Hi, everyone. Welcome to Solution Saturday. I just want to share with you that I'm excited that my book is on its way to me. It's the first copy of Lead with Two Rules, Feeling Good and Feeling Safe. So I am so excited for it to arrive. I can't wait to take a look at it, and I will share when I open it to let you know how excited I really am. As I'm thinking about that book, I want to share with you a couple of things. Seth Godin has a blog, and I follow his blog, and I've talked with Seth a couple of times, and I've shared with Seth that his blog that he shared with everyone really touched me. His blog was when the committee decides, and he made some points in his blog, and it really resonated with me in lots of different ways. But in one way that it resonated with me was the point that he made was the initials that he used. WIFM, which he said sounds like a radio show, but it's not. It stands for What's in It for Me. And it's so true that we often think about what's in it for me. And committees we have seen in action when we think about committees in the government level, think about committees that we've served on as parents, as educators. There's lots of different committees that we've been involved with, and I've reflected on the committees that I've served. But the what's in it for me really hit me when I read that, because it made me reflect back on a couple of things. I had read another blog prior to reading Seth's blog. In that blog, an individual had criticized an individual that I know and I care for, who had lost her son at the age of 15 and who now goes out and speaks and trains and works, has written a couple of books, and does everything that she can to really make sure that that tragedy of suicide is not happening to anybody else. And it bothered me that somebody had criticized her in saying that she was making a profit on the loss of her child. Wow. I don't know why anybody would make a statement like that anyway, but they did. And so she responded back in a very good way in pointing out all of the things that she has done to train and to be an advocate. And I applaud her for those efforts. And it made me think about a statement that had been made to me not too long ago. Someone close to me said, "What's your point you're trying to make? What are you trying to prove by publishing this book?" It shocked me. And I said nothing at first. I had to process it first. It was like a punch in the gut. It really was. What was I trying to prove? So I said, "What do you mean? What am I trying to prove?" And they responded back with, "Well, really, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to prove to other people about this book? What are you trying to do? What are you wanting from this?" Ah, well, I'm not wanting anything from this, and I'm not trying to prove anything. The only thing that I'm trying to do is to send out my message of the importance of the two rules, because I had to end my career sooner than I really wanted to, before I completed my mission and my purpose and what I really was trying to do. And I really want to make sure that everyone knows how important it is to make sure that kids understand that they can feel good and they can feel safe in our schools and anywhere they are, and how that can happen by the choices that they make and finding those trusting adults within their reach, and how we can use the tools that we provide to help them build the resilience, to build the competencies they need to address the problem-solving skills they need. That's what I'm trying to prove. That's what I'm trying to do. So that's what's in it for me. And so I'm going to share those thoughts with Seth. I'm sending a message to him. And I wanted to let him know that it really did help me to get through that punch in the gut, because I'm sure that's not going to be the only person that will ever think that. I want to let you know that I worked really hard at making sure that my book was affordable to everyone. I went full circle with my book. So I started out with learning about the book process, from the marketing to learning about publishers. I volunteered and worked with a publisher and got to know other authors. I've read manuscripts. I've been on book launches. I've volunteered, and I've done countless and countless events to get to know all of the ins and outs of the publishing world. And I came all the way back to where I started at Weaving Influence. Weaving Influence is helping me to publish my book, and I couldn't be happier, because they are working with me to help me get it to all of the people that I want to read it and to apply it and to implement the strategies. The book is as cheap as I could possibly get it, in order for those who will be selling it to be able to handle their costs and being able to get it to you. That was important to me. I didn't want the book to cost $40, $32. I wanted $20. I wanted it less than that. Because my point that is that I'm not trying to make money. I'm not trying to make a name for myself. I'm not trying to climb a ladder of any kind. In fact, I'm trying to get off a ladder and try to retire a little bit. My point is, and what I'm trying to prove, is that children deserve to have their needs met. And we can do that with 2 rules and giving them the tools they need. And we can do that if we can collaborate together as home, school, and community, working together to make it work. That's the solution for this Saturday. So, what's in it for you? I'll see you next Saturday. Thank you.